hope guys are having a wonderful week. It's the end of the week and I hope you all had a wonderful week. Well, today in Trinidad and Tobago, it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's not too much sun outside, it's no rain, but it's just a calm and beautiful day today. If this is the first time that you're watching this channel, my name is Raquel Smith. I'm a Jamaican that is living in the island of Trinidad and Tobago. So today, guys, we're just gonna be talking about some topics some questions normally that I get from people, especially my Jamaican friends, my neighbors. They will ask me some questions about Trinidad and Tobago because they just want to know. No, I don't know a whole lot about Trinidad and Tobago because I'm only here in Trinidad and Tobago for almost 7 years now, so I don't know a lot, but whatever I know, the little things that I've learned since I'm here, I'm just gonna share it with you. Now, the first question that I am asked all the time is, why did you choose to go and live in Trinidad and Tobago? Out of all the islands in the Caribbean and out of everywhere else, why do you choose to live in Trinidad? And for those who know me, like my close friends who know that I have a visa, an American visa, they will ask me, so you have a visa, why do you choose to go and live in Trinidad and Tobago? Anyway, here it go, guys. So if you have watched my previous videos, I think especially my second video, I think that is on this channel, you will see that where I explain why, a little of why I came to Trinidad. Now, a lot of us as Jamaicans and other people who are living in other Caribbean countries, we sometimes do not know that we can travel to different countries because some of us are not exposed. A lot of people are not exposed. They don't talk to people much. They don't know much about the laws and the regulation as it relates to traveling and all that. A lot of people don't know, so that's why a lot of people do not travel. They just stay one place. I mean, as a matter of fact, some people don't even own a passport. So there are a lot of us who don't know that there are several countries that you can travel to in the Caribbean that you don't need to have a visa for and that you're not required to have a visa. So for us to enter Trinidad and Tobago, it was not hard. It was not a hard process. It's an easy process, as a matter of fact. So as I explained in my previous video, we came to Trinidad and Tobago because of job. The job situation from my spouse was very bad. So he decided that, sure, because he was working on and off, sometimes he's home, sometimes he's not working. He said, let me take a chance and let us just go to Trinidad. At first, I was saying, you go and then you would come home every 3 months or so. But then, I said, all right, let me just come and see what it is. And then I came and because we're all together, I just said, all right, let me stay. No, when I came into Trinidad, we didn't know anybody, as I said before. We didn't know anybody, so we have to get adjusted. No. The first thing that you need when you're coming to Trinidad and Tobago as a Jamaican, I can speak about Jamaica because I don't know about any other country, is you need a passport. Definitely need a passport. You need somebody to receive you in Trinidad and Tobago. That is somebody who knows you. If you're planning to come to work, you have to have somebody who is going to receive you at the airport. The person have to be at the airport to receive you. You have to know the person's number, their address, everything that the immigration officer might ask you about the person. You have to explain when you reach the immigration to tell them, I'm going to such and such a person. Anyway, that you have to organize it. You also have to have traveling money. You have to have at least $500 in your pocket as pocket money to enter into Trinidad and Tobago. Because when you reach to immigration, they're going to ask you for your spending money. How much do you expect to spend? How long are you staying? How much do you expect to spend over that period of time? And the most you can tell them is that you're going to spend 2 weeks. And within 2 weeks, you have to have $500. That can, you can get around with $500. So that is the first thing. All right. You have to have some place to stay. So as I said, you have to organize with somebody somewhere to stay, because you can't just leave the country and you don't know where. As a visitor, what you can do if you're coming just to have a vacation, and you can just book, you can just go online, you can book a hotel, you can book a resort. You don't have to be nothing expensive. You can search through a website and you can see same place that you choose your flights. You can choose somewhere to stay. You can look at the reviews of the place to see if it is safe, what the other persons who visited that place say, and all of that. If you get here, you can get around by taxi. It's easy to get around by taxi. The people are fairly friendly, so you can get around, you know. And then if you book yourself in somewhere, basically you probably are gonna stay close to that place, and you can get around. You can get car rental, again, everything is easy at your fingertips. All right, if you're coming in Trinidad and Tobago to work, my advice to you is to get a work permit, because anywhere you go in the world, if you don't have a work permit, you're gonna have struggle there. Anywhere you go in the world, you're gonna have illegal immigrants, illegal people go work illegally, people are gonna hire for work illegally anywhere you go. But get a work permit, because that is much easier, less struggle for you, less problem, less, you have to you're watching over your head. Just like if you leave and go to America, you get a visa, you go to America and say, all right, I go America to work or whatever. You have to look, because you'll be working illegal, and so somebody always probably go say, oh, that person you're working illegal on. So make sure you get your work permit. How you can get a work permit? You can go to the Minister of Labor. I think it's the Ministry of Labor or the Ministry of National Security. I am not sure, but one of those places. I think it's the Ministry of Labor and Security. You can go and apply for a work permit. Now, when you get a work permit, I think that work permit can last for 2 years or a year, depends. Or if there's somebody in Trinidad that you're planning to go and work with, that person can probably take out a work permit for you, so it's easier. Now, if you're a construction worker, if you're you're a tiler, you're a mason, you're a carpenter, whatever, and you want to come, what you could do, if you don't have a certificate, you could go to the Heart NTA in Jamaica. You could say to them, well, I am so and so, I don't have a certificate, but I need an assessment. I know, because I know persons who do it. You can go and let them give you an assessment, like come on your job site, assess you, see how you can work, and then you get a certificate. With that certificate, you can take it to the Minister of Labor and National Security, and you can tell them, I want to get a work permit because I want to travel to Trinidad and I intend to go and work. All right, with that said, when I came into Trinidad, the first thing that I met upon was I got racism, and I was shocked. Now, maybe some Trinidadians are watching this and they may not feel good about what I'm going to say, but it's the truth. It is my experience. I have never experienced racism in Jamaica, but I came to Trinidad and Tobago and I experienced racism. The first place that I remember we lived, when we went on the avenue, because we have manners and we are such a, me used to pass and tell people good morning, anybody may see. I remember there was an Indian couple living across from where we were living, and normally I come out the house, I see them by the gate, I say good morning. I notice these people not answering me. Every morning I pass, I say, these people not answering me. So I was saying to somebody where I took my child to school, I was saying, me pass and me tell this morning or whatever, and the people them not answer me. I said, them people that still shit, them say, no, they are Indians and you are Negro, and they won't answer you, because that's how some are. So anyways, that was it. I experienced racism. I remember when I got my first job as well in the medical facility, and I was there. I remember I had a patient, and it was an Indian man. And I remember one day I went to give him his medication, and he was like, he don't want me to touch him because me too black and me too this, and he was talking like that. And I remember there was a Cuban nurse as well that was working along with me, and she was the one that he wanted always to talk to and to laugh with and to, I didn't pay him any mind. I did my job just the same. And I remember another day he said to me, he was looking at me and he said, why did you come to Trinidad? And I said, how you mean why you come to Trinidad? And him said, I don't know why you come to Trinidad. Why you leave the country and come to Trinidad? Because you all are down there are hungry and you need to take the banana boat and go back to Jamaica, and you all come and pack up in Trinidad. And mind you, before coming here, I didn't know that there was like a lot of Jamaicans here. There are a lot of Jamaicans here, a lot of Guyanese, a lot of Haitian, a lot of different countries. Just like in Jamaica, from my experience, we have a whole heap of Asian, a whole heap of Africans, because anywhere you go in the world, people are going to leave their country and come to your country. So there's always be people who are in your country that are not born there. So the gentleman was saying, why am I not go back on my banana boat and we're dead for hunger? And I was mad at him. So I said to him, you know why I come here? I come here to get some of my money, because I don't have enough money when I there in Jamaica, so I come here to get some of the money. And I remember I was so upset. I reported the matter to my manager, and the manager come and she spoke to him, and she was upset with him. I remember another patient as well, which is an Indian. She said to me one day that she don't want me to touch her because me too black, my skin too black, and she don't want me to touch me, and me need to go back to my country, and why am I here, and I should not be working in a facility like this. Look at me, look at you. And there again, I realized that there's a lot of racism, and based on me going around to different places and listen to people talk and watch, I realized that there are a lot of racism. Again, the Indians here, they refer to black people as negroes or nigger, or that's how they refer to. For me now, another thing that I did, I remember we were talking, one day I was talking to Trinidad, and I was saying, because I noticed that there are some Indians who have like darker skin. There are some clear skin, there are some darker skin. So I was saying to somebody, was saying coolie, I was saying, oh, that's a coolie man or whatever. And the person was saying, no, you can't say that. You don't ever come to Trinidad and call somebody coolie, because coolie, that is disrespectful. You can't say coolie. You have to say Indian. It's either you say Indian or Negro or what they call the other one? When it's a mix of Indian and Negro together. So they give that Douglas. So they call that person. So if you're an Indian and your father is a Negro, normally here they come with a mix here. They have a different hair texture, so they would call, and you look different, so they call those people Douglas. So the person was saying, do not ever call an Indian a coolie, because that is so disrespectful here, so you can't call them coolie. Alright, so I experienced that. Another thing is that it's not all bad, but I'm just saying, I don't want any Trinidadian to feel offended, but I'm just saying that there are good things that I experienced here, but there are some things that were culture shock to me. Another culture shock to me was, I went to the grocery, and coming from the grocery, I stood by the road, and I was waiting on a taxi. Somebody told me, they said, a guy from a bags, he brought it to the road, and he said, you have to stay here to get a taxi. Wait on the taxi, and the taxi came. But when the taxi came, I noticed the driver was sitting in the car, and he fly the trunk, and he sit in the car. So I said, so he now come out the car, come help me. And I realized that no, he's not coming out. He's gonna sit in there until you take up every single one of those bags and put it in there. So that was it. That was culture shock for me, because in Jamaica, where me come from, any taxi I take, if I take a taxi to my house, that driver is gonna help me to put those taxis. As a matter of fact, as long as they see me coming in a distance, they're gonna meet me with that bag. They're gonna take it, they're gonna put it in the car, they're gonna help me, and they're gonna put it, and when I reach, they're gonna take it, and they're gonna help me to put it to my doorway or wherever I'm going with that. So that was culture shock for me. Well, that is the norm here. I have met a few taxi drivers over the years that I get used to them, me, that they will come out of them car and actually take out my bag and help me with it. But for the most part, 99%, they are not coming out. You're gonna they're gonna sit in the car until you take out your goods, then you're gonna pay them, and then you're gonna be on the way. Another thing is that for children and adults here, you pay the same fare. You don't have no age group where you say, oh, he's 5 years old, so you have to pay whatever. There's no limit. You got, as long as, I think there's a change, like if the child is small, like 2, 3, because when my daughter was 2.5 when she came, and 3 I didn't pay in taxi for her, but when she get older, then I had to pay for her. But that's the only difference. But apart from that, students, whether you're in uniform or not, you're gonna pay the same fare. What should I mention again? Okay, so the taxis. In the taxis here only carry 4 passengers. So 1 in the front, 3 in the back. The one in the front always have to have a seat belt. There's no taxi here that carries 2 persons in the front. If you carry 2 persons in the front, police see you, they're gonna stop you, they're gonna give you a ticket of $1,000, 1,000 TT dollars. That is, and here the exchange rate is 1850 now to 1 Jamaican. So check that. That's 1,000 times, so 18,500 for a ticket if you have a seat belt. If you don't have the seatbelt on, so no taxi can be overload here. That is a charge. That's a no. You can't do that. Even when it was in COVID, I think in COVID it was only 2 persons, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and then they eventually step up to 3. So that is it. That's how the taxi system go here. No pack up in no taxi, nothing. In the buses, nobody now stand up in on a bus, nobody now bend over nobody now squeeze up. Is 1 person to a seat, which was different to me, because in a Jamaica you have to pack up in the taxi and you squeeze up, and somebody say, oh, go over in the taxi and make somebody sit down and hello, want to sit there beside you, somebody can hold. Somebody sit down in your lap, the children are sitting in your lap, and you still have to pay for them. That to me was different, and I enjoy that because I like comfort. So I like when I sit down in my taxi and I have space, and so I love that. Yeah, so that is it. In the buses, the government buses, the only way you see somebody stand up, I think, is like probably in the early morning, people are going to work and it's full, but they have things in it so you can hold on to the straps that you can hold on to so you won't fall. But normally everybody is seated in vehicles here, and just 4 people in a taxi. I have some things written down here. All right, so economy, financial wise. All right, so you see, if you're coming into Trinidad and Tobago and you have children, for us, we carry our kids, oh my God, it's expensive to have kids here and to work at the same time, because if you come into Trinidad, remember, you don't know anybody, you don't have family, you don't have nobody, you have to let your kids stay with somebody at a daycare center, or so you hire somebody to take care of the kids, and that is expensive. That is expensive. I think in the daycare here now it's like $60 for 1 child, or $70 for 1 child. All right, if you're gonna hire the person privately to come to your house, or you're gonna drop off your kids at the house, I think it might be a little more expensive to take care of kids here. To come here as a single person to rent a room by yourself, an apartment, and then to work, especially as a male, that is gonna be difficult, because it's best you get somebody to share a house with, and then you guys can do it, because the rent is like probably 1,500 TT per month, go up to 2,000, 2,005, go up. The least you can get a room for in Trinidad and Tobago is like probably 700, 800 TT, and that is when you probably share with somebody. Like if you have somebody rent one house and you say, all right, we're gonna rent a house together, and you take one of the room, you take one of the room, that's the only way. But rent is expensive. To me, rent here is expensive, just like in the US, because you will work the money, but then you don't have the money because you all like gone in a bill. So rent is expensive. Rent is expensive. One thing though is that here in Trinidad, when you rent an apartment or you rent a house, your light bill is included in that, and your water. So that is a good thing. So no matter where you rent, you're gonna get, the person gonna rent you a room, you're gonna get light, you're gonna get water. That is what you get. All right, cooking gas is cheap, fairly cheap. You can get a gas for like $21, and as I say, the exchange rate is $18.50 TT to 1. So you can get a cylinder of gas for $21 if you buy it from the truck, because you have trucks that pass by the road by me here. You can just stop the truck, because you will hear them on the loudspeaker. You can buy a gas, or you can walk up the road. I can walk down the road, up the road, buy a gas for $25, $23, $25 the most you will pay for a cylinder of gas. So that's fairly cheap. You can buy a 3 gas and put in your house or 2. You can use that. But the cylinder itself is expensive, but the gas cheap. Once you have a cylinder, it's cheap. Food for me here, in my estimation, and I've observed, food is more affordable than in Jamaica to me, based on how the economy is here, because the economy here is better than in Jamaica, if you get what I'm saying. It's, to me, it's more affordable. When you calculate it dollar for dollar, you might say, oh, but it's almost the same amount of money. Yes, but anywhere you go in the world and you live, a dollar is just a dollar, right? So it's more affordable. When I'm in Jamaica, when I probably would pay by like 2 slices of melon or 2 slices of pine in a bag for $50. Here, me can buy a whole pine. Me can afford to buy a whole pine. Me can buy some grapes. Me can buy a whole watermelon if I want. Stuff like that. I can buy a whole papaya if I go in the grocery. Stuff like that. I can buy some lettuce, whatever. Because where we are, yes, we're in the country area, but remember, we're not coming, we're not plant stuff, so we still have to buy things in the market or wherever. So that, yeah, food, you can get a bread for like $17, $19, yeah. You can get some hot dog, you can get a pack of sausage with 12 in it for like $18, $17, depends on the brand that you want. You can get a gallon of ice cream for like $80, no, $80, $90, depends on the one you buy. You can get like a sugar here. You can get a 5-pound parcel of sugar for like $20. You can get 1.5 liter cooking oil for like $24. Yeah, so things, to me, yes, it's more affordable here. What should I talk about again? All right. You see, Trinidadians are quiet compared to Jamaicans. Them quiet. Them have a quiet personality. Since I'm living here, I'm living at this house about 5 years, 6 years, 5.5 years, and I have never heard anybody nowhere shouting or nothing. Sometimes I say to myself, boy, I miss Jamaica, because I long to hear some nice. I long to hear some people that make some nice. No, it's quiet here. The people here are quiet. All right, if you go in a bank here and you stand up in a line and you see 50 people, the 50 people are going to stand up till they reach the counter, and you're not hear nobody say nothing, and I say, oh, it takes so long. No, everybody going to stand up and everybody going to wait till the line reach up. Most liquor uproar you hear, like if you're going to the KFC, you hear some people say, oh, long me in the line and whatever. But nobody now make no noise. Nobody now tears or shout. Sometimes I say, but long for ear look nice, like me don't want hear somebody I say, oh, Raquel. Me want to hear some noise, but you not hear that ear. If you hear noise anywhere here, something happen. Either accident or something happened to somebody, but nobody hears no shout. Sometimes I want to go out in a taxi and I want to hear somebody say, boy, that's pain, she going you come now, you're ready, taxi 1, 2. No, me long to hear somebody nice, but you're not hear that here. Sorry, you're not going to hear that. You're only going to hear, you're going to Port of Spain, you're going to San Fernando, you're going so-and-so. it's quiet. So it's a quiet place. People quiet. I mean, here it's a lot of crime. I mean, if some of you watching news, watching internet, it have crime. A lot of crime too. Whole heap of crime, just like in Jamaica. Maybe because it's not reported, but you are just like, I mean, so you know, different from you there Jamaica, you hear man I get killed and man I get kidnapped and whatever. It's the same thing. But it's only that for a small country that is smaller than Jamaica, is much smaller than Jamaica, sometimes the crime rate is alarming because of the size of the country, but it's the same crime. You have crime same way. As a matter of fact, to be truthful, may I tell you the truth, living here, I feel safer here than I was in Jamaica. Not that where I was in Jamaica, nobody did that trouble me or nobody want to kill me or nobody want whatever, but I feel safer here. And as I said in previous video, yes, people do things here. People thief cars same way, because even where I'm living now, my landlord had his vehicle and they thief come and steal the vehicle. I mean, maybe about 2 years ago, them come right underneath the camera and thief the vehicle. But then do all of that, then scrap your vehicle, then do all of that. But for me, personally, I feel safer here. I mean, my spouse just get up like early in the morning and go work. He leaves here like 4 a.m. sometimes 4:30 Alvira's time, but he get picks up and yes, him all right, him safe. He never had a problem coming home, although him not take taxi come home. I never had a problem going nowhere and come home. No time. So I feel safe. As I said in a previous video, from a come here, my washing machine outside, right under my window. Nobody in trouble, nobody machine. Most of the houses here, 99% of the house where you come, the washing machine is outside. Nobody not trouble it. It will stay there. Any tool, anything you have, it will stay outside. Nobody not walk to your yard, nobody not take up nothing. So that's safe. What should we talk about again? Yes, as I said, I was saying that if you're coming into Trinidad to care children, it's hard. To get children in school here as a non-Trinidadian, it's hard, because in order to get them in school, you have to have a permit. You have to have a student permit. That permit takes months, because it takes months. You have to go to the school. You have to try to get the school. If they accept it, you have to go to the Minister of Education. It takes months again. You have to leave from this. You have to go immigration. You have to get them to sign up that. You have to go back home. You have to wait on them to grant you the permit, and then you have to go for an interview. It's a whole lot of stress to get children. So best if you come Trinidad, no care, no children. Or I'm not encouraging anybody to leave the kids, because me not leave my kids. I go haul them behind me, but to come here and survive with kids, it's difficult and it's expensive, because you have to pay somebody. For men here, I think most of the men here work more money than the women, especially the men who are in construction. Them work more than the ordinary men who like work in a supermarket or whatever, but them work construction, tiling, carpentry, those what they call the heavy bucket where you lift up cement and whatever. Those work pay more, and those are most of the work that are taken by the men. For you to come here and work to pay your rent as a single woman, it's hard, because remember, you have to get an apartment, you have to pay your rent, you have to buy food, you have to travel, so it's difficult. So it's best you come. If you come, you put up with meet an ex-Jamaican, although it's hard, because sometimes you come in the country and meet Jamaican and you have to live with them difficult, because them hate you. Them same one turn on and hate you and say, oh, you come to Trinidad, come on like you're Trinidadian and whatever. Yes, so it's hard, But I think we as Jamaicans, anywhere we go, we need to be united and learn to work with each other, because somehow we have too much dirty ways when we go in a foreign country. We don't want bad mind one another and hate each other with same countryman. I mean, I take an example. I look at the Venezuelans, because I work with a lot of Venezuelans. Even right where I'm living here, there are a lot of Venezuelans, and listen how they do it. You see, even when I was working with Venezuelans, when they live together, we have about 10 of them living in one house, 8 of them living in one house. They rent the apartment and let them rent it. 2 of them come rent it. When you look, you see 6 other come. And what they do, they will cook a pot of food. Everybody will share that food, take that food to work, and everybody will eat. They come home, they cook, and nobody now cuss, nobody now fight, nobody now argue over nothing because you're not even hear them. That's how they live, and that is how they will come in this country, and they will make it more than a Jamaican. The way I want to say, oh, they make it, and how them see them, like them have more money, and how them live better, and how them do this and do that. They do it because them organize and they live together in peace and in unity. Them unite with each other. We just don't do that. So that is one of the main reasons. So I mean, yeah, coming with children, rent, all of that is a challenge. Do I regret coming to Trinidad and Tobago? Yes, sometimes I do regret. My regret is like probably 80% out of 100. Because why? Because I had struggles here. When I came, didn't know nobody. Me have to pay to keep kids, although I had a lot of help after I met people and stuff like that. People are good to me. I met a lot of good Trinidadians. So I mean, and for the culture, I am grateful for the culture because I learn a lot. Listen, since I come to Trinidad, I learned to bake bread. I could not make a bread, and now I can make bread. I can bake. One day I will make it and I will put it on the channel. I can make. I come here. I learned to make pizza, bread. I learned to make green seasoning. I want to learn again. I learn whole heap of stuff. I learn. I mean, I will share my skills with you when I learn what I've learned. So there are a lot of good to it, and I met a lot of persons as well. When I came to Trinidad, I met this mother too, and God rest her soul. She died last year. R.I.P. Wari. I met Wari when I came here, a nurse that works she works as a midwife at the hospital, and I met her, and trust me, she was like a mother to me. She would call me daily. If she not see me, she called. She said, how are you and the children and your spouse? How are you guys doing? Do you have everything? Sometimes she will call. She say, you have enough food in the house for the kids? How is the land? How is so? And that is how she treats us, like a mother. Unfortunately, she took ill and she died last year, and that was a blow. I was so hurt when I said I was hurt to my core. That lady went to the bank. She opened an account. She come and she gave me the bank card because I could not open an account, even though I don't have an account because it's challenging to open an account here. And she gave me the card and she said, you use that. When I get my pay go to that account. I go and I pull my pay and I use the card. I can use the card to do anything I want to do, buy anything, do anything. And she was such a blessing in my life. But you know, unfortunately I lost her. She was somebody who loved Jamaicans, because guess what? She had a lot of Jamaican people around her, and she loved Jamaicans. Now, there are some Trinidadians that you will meet that will talk bad about Jamaica. I'm in taxi already, and Trinidad and India, and they were talking among themselves, and the driver was saying, oh, I don't know why they come here, they come pack up Trinidad. I mean, they don't talk like us, you know, but I'm talking in my own words. Why they come to pack up Trinidad, why they leave the country, and I'm sitting in the back, and I'm listening to them, and I let them talk, and I let them talk, and I let them talk. And then I just said to the driver, I said, have you ever been to Jamaica? He was like, no, I haven't been to Jamaica. I said, well, you need to go to Jamaica, because I said, some of you Trinidadians always think that Jamaicans are here because we are hungry. Well, first of all, we their country are dead for hungry. That's why we come here. No, we don't come here because we are dead for hungry. We come here because we want to work. Anywhere in the world you go, anywhere down Jamaica here, so want to work, them will go there. So that's not the case. And I said, I said, because you have never been to Jamaica, you have never traveled out of the country. That is why you talk that way. And that is the point. Anybody you see that will say negative stuff and like, why are you here, and Jamaican people hungry, and them this and them that, they have never traveled out of the country. I have met Trinidadians. I meet people at the hospital. My daughter got ill with asthma, and I took her to the hospital. And when I walked in, the nurse that came to look after her, she said to me, she said, are you Jamaican? And I said, and she said, my son studied in Jamaica. So. And I met a lot of people over the years that I'm here that I talk to and they say, I have been to Jamaica once. When we go Jamaica once, I have said, no, I have to go twice. I have to go 3 times. I have to go 4 times. And I love Jamaica. And I keep telling people when I meet them, I say, and when they talk about Jamaica, I said, listen, Jamaica is a wonderful country. We have everything. We have the latest cars, we have the latest houses, we have the latest things. We have people sell their car to come to Trinidad. People lock up the grocery shop. People lock down their business to come to Trinidad. Why? Because sometimes the business are struggling. Sometimes they just want a change of environment. They just want to get out of the place and travel. And they do that because them here say the economy here is better. So them say, all right, me lock down my shop and go and bounce it for 1, 2, 3 years, and then me just rally back into the place. So a lot of persons that will say these stuff, they have never traveled. When you ask some of them, they have never been even over to the other island of Tobago. They have never been there. So I'm not listen to people when they talk about, oh, you come here because what? I have met intelligent people who are smart. Even if they not go a certain school, them know say any country you're in, people from other country will come and will live there. All right, so it's a whole lot. I mean, another thing is the food. Oh my God, how come I can't forget the food? The food, Trinidadian food, honestly, me not really like the food. Honest to God, me not really like the food, and I'm not gonna come here and lie. I mean, everybody have them culture. I don't love the food, but I don't hate it. Why me say that? Every country you go, there are cultures, and then when you go anywhere to live, you have to adjust, learn to adjust, and just try getting the culture. So what I've been doing, I've been trying. All right, so them have dal, which me not like. Them have other things. All right, you see like how we cook the rice and peas, and we cook the rice and peas, and we say, oh, them don't do that. Them cook different. All right, so one day I'm going to cook a Trinidadian dish as well and show the masses how the Trinidadians cook their food. So here them have doubles, which is famous. It's a famous breakfast meal. And I come here, I've been here like, as I say, we're here 7 years, and it was last year I started eat doubles, honest to God, because when I see the doubles and when I open it and look inside, I say, what kind of baby do this, man? This look like baby poo. Me no want that to eat. And I never tried it. I hated it. And then when I tried it last year, my spouse bought it and carried it in the house because he love it now. And him carry it and me taste it. I said, but it tastes good, man. No, I remember I was at work one day. I think when my co-worker bought one. And I taste it. I said, but it tastes good, man. And then, you know, me start. But me not really love it because it's floury. But me we eat one and two, but it tastes really good. Trust me. So they will have that for breakfast with Coke. So the famous thing over here is Coke and doubles. You have to get a Coke for go with the doubles, or you get an apple J or one of them juice there. So the doubles. What I love though, I love the roti. I mean, you see, because when I was in Jamaica, I'm not used to the roti. Yes, I've ate roti in Jamaica before, but you know, said roti come from up in Clarendon, where the whole part, where we call Coolie and the Indian them there where they make the roti, but I've never been eating it, you know. So me come here and me get the roti and me fascinated to so the roti is nice. We have so them have duck curry, them have the curry chicken, them have goat, them have different type of roti. So the roti is good. I love the roti. So they have roti, them have bus up shot, them have sada roti, them have all of different things. So one day we will go, you know, I will show you some of these stuff that they have, but me not really like them food. Me still cook my Jamaican meal when me use to my rice and peas, my porridge, my whatever. Them cook porridge different from me, by the way. Them cook soup a little bit different. Yeah, so most of them stuff different, but they enjoy it and that's their thing. And then me taste them food and it tastes alright to me. I mean, we may cook different. Them cook with a lot of sugar. Alright, so you see when they're cooking their chicken, them not really buy browning like how we buy browning. Them just throw the sugar in the like how a grandmother used to do it. Them the old-fashioned way. They put the oil in the pot, they make it heat, they put the sugar in, and then they add the meat. So that is how they do their browning. They might use some Chinese sauce or whatever, but that is how they do their brown stew meat and stuff. So yeah, them cook different, them enjoy their meal, and that's their thing. But me still cook, me eat some of them food more time, but then me cook my Jamaican meal what me used to and what me love just the same. So I mean, everywhere you go, you gotta have to get adjusted. So I mean, guys, it's wonderful. The weather here now, as I said in a previous video, here Trinidad and Tobago hot. Me now go sugarcoat it. It hot, 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 hot. I was told that it's near to the equator, so that is why it's so hot. So it's hot. So no doubt about it. When Trinidad sun burn you, Trinidad, I heard that Cayman Islands is hot too. So I don't know if it's the same heat, but when the sun burn you here, it actually give your skin a dark shade. If you're in the sun half an hour or 1 hour, or say you do it every day, you're gonna have a dark shade. Maybe why I don't have it now is because most of the time me in AC. Cause anyway me work in a AC or so me not really in the sun. But like for those people who work out in the sun, trust me, I out in the sun a lot. Give your skin a dark shade. So the sun very hot. Most of the house here, 99% of the house here have AC. You have to have AC for living in Trinidad. You have to have AC or fan. You have to have 2-3 fans in your house because it's hot. You have some who live down in the country. I live in the country area really right now, but it's still hot. Because, I mean, the time is changing now, but it's hot. But like in the early morning, it's cool. Like you get up in the early morning, it's very cool, but nonetheless, it's still hot. It's a hot place. The heat, right now, the heat here, since the summer started, is just like you're gonna want oven. Burn your skin. I mean, I was in the US in the early part of the summer, and the heat was drowning. And when we come here, I said, Jesus Christ, this a heat are worse than when we there in Miami. This a heat are double Miami. So it's hot. So yeah, I mean, from Jamaica to Trinidad and Tobago is a long flight, like 3.5 hours we take for each here. I mean, here in Trinidad is one major airport, which is the Piaco International Airport. It's like one airport, so one way in, one way out, basically. If I say it right, I hope I'm saying it right. Over on Tobago side, there's an airport, and now there's a Air Narabis airport there as well. It's a small airport. I know they have that. Here for enjoyment, they love reggae music. Trinidadian love reggae music. Trust me, I was surprised to see the amount of reggae music, how them worship reggae music in a Trinidad, how them worship Jamaican artists. I mean, I said to myself, trust me, me feel so good. I mean, when you go to a concert or when you go in a show or anywhere, they are crazy about Jamaican music. Even sometimes when you're talking to them, I don't understand what you said, them still love Jamaican music, because even if they don't understand me, they will say, oh, I don't understand what you're saying, or talk slow or whatever. Yes, but them love them. We tell you a Jamaican song, and we tell you a Beanie Man song, and most of the songs that they are used, what me notice is that, you see, I like some older song where we used to listen to, like where I say, oh, them song, they're all song when I listen to them. Them love the artists, them. Every single one. You're going to taxis, a Jamaican music I play, is a Shensia, is a Beanie Man, is a Sham, is a all of them artists, is a Da Vinci, is a every artist, is a Skeng, is a this. I don't have stage show over here, and them go crazy. Yes, it's a soca island, it's a soca place, but reggae, them love reggae music. Bad is an understatement how them love it. Some love that about them, because I mean, anyone me go and me hear music, oh, I'm Jamaican, me love it. Me in the audience, me I big up myself because me know say them love Jamaican music. Yeah. And I'll meet a lot of people who always say, oh, you're Jamaican? I want to go Jamaican, you know. I want a Jamaican girlfriend, you know. Can I tell you people, a lot of Jamaicans are here who are married to Trinidadian. Trinidadian man love Jamaican woman. So if you look for a man, you can come Trinidad, come look for a man. They have a lot of Trinidadian men who love Jamaican women. So, and if you're Jamaican man and you look at Trinidadian woman, well, I'm kind of skeptic about that. But if you're Jamaican and you need one Trinidadian man, yeah, you will get a good man. So you can try. You can try your luck. Yeah, basically, I think I have said a lot. So I mean, guys, you know that video has gone long. So I hope you all have enjoyed my video. All you all have learned something about Trinidad. All right, one more thing I want to say is that every household over here where me know of, most, if you check it, is 90% household here. The woman learn to make bread. A woman can make bread. A Trinidadian woman can make bread. Every household over, I think, trust me, I think every Trinidadian woman can make bread. So they always have them bread. They always have them seasoning. Them go to the market, them buy them chive, which we call scallion or escallion. Them buy them some other different name vegetable, something they spice where me not used to. Since I come here, I know them. I go show no one when we buy it in the video. I go show no. Them blend, them season a blender, them keep it in a bottle. They love Trinidadian, love natural seasoning, Them make basically all the household that I know of, that I have met. They make their own green seasoning. They blend it. Yes, they will go to the grocery and buy it maybe when they run out, but they make them season. They season them chicken or whatever they are seasoning. Yes, they will buy some powder seasoning, but them love them chicken. Them love them green seasoning. They make them bread. Them buy them yeast and them shortening or whatever, and they make their bread. So that is how I learned to make bread. Them love a lot of fruits as well. A lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. Trinidadian eat that whole heap. Beans, whole heap of that. Enough of that. Them love beans. They will just, because the beans, most of the beans are, you see the dal is a bean that I think they boil, and some people may blend it and it look like curry, and they just eat that with the rice. That is it. They love a lot of beans, a lot of vegetable. They make the green seasoning, they make the bread. So it's a whole lot I've learned. So traveling to here, living here, it has its good side and it has bad sides. It's a balance. As I say, I met a lot of persons. Even where I'm living here, a lot of them look out for me. Even where I'm living here, my landlord and his wife, when I'm not here, like when I travel to the States and I'm here and my kids are here, I'm exposed, she literally cook dinner for them every Sunday. I will call and they will say, oh, I got dinner, or I'm going upstairs for the dinner, or the dinner was sent to me, or the husband carried on the dinner. I can look forward to that. My children are okay, my spouse are right, because I'm looking for them. They are caring. So I met a lot of good people. As I said, the first job I have, my manager or my boss, I could carry my kids there. The other job that I had, taking care of a private patient in a private home, I carry my kids go there same way. I sleep, my kids them lay down in a bed and sleep, them sit in a chair, them watch TV, them whatever. So I have met a lot of good persons. And my dear friend Wari, you know, which I lost last year, which was so devastating to me and my family and my kids. I have lost her, and you know, may her soul rest in peace. But I used to tell her that, wow, you know, one day I'm going to take you on a trip. I'm going to take you on a trip to Jamaica. I'm going to buy you a ticket. Let we fly to Jamaica. She said she want to go to Bobo Hill. We used to laugh. She said, I want to go to Bobo Hill. I want to go to the Rasta because she's of African, or her religion is some African religion. And she said, I want to go to Bobo Hill. I want to meet the Rastas. I want to go sit down with them. I want to go to the bush and all kind of things. So, I mean, I've met lots. So respect to Trinidad. Respect to Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, I have learned, hey, when I come here, Carnival, oh, me can't forget Carnival. Carnival was, wow, listen, all my years even in Jamaica, me never been to Carnival, me never interested. And when me come here and experience the Carnival, it's one of the best experiences in my life. Right now, my spouse love it, love it, love it. Me carry my children, me go to the road march, me go to Juve, me go, oh, yo. It's an experience to remember. So as a Jamaican, anywhere you're there and you want to come for the best carnival, you can come Trinidad. Look, just book a flight, man. You have to book your flight early. Just book a flight, buy a ticket, book in a hotel, come experience the joy of the carnival. It's wonderful, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you all learned a lot about Trinidad and Tobago. In the next video, I will tell you all about Jamaica, where I am from, because I know other persons are watching from other different countries. Well, for Trinidadian, they here to watch, so I'm sure they want to know things about Jamaica. And as we go along, I will tell you some other things. And as I said before, I'm going to show you the different stuff that I've learned. I'm going to make bread one day and show you how to make bread, and how I learned to make bread, and some other stuff, you know, some of the Trinidadian culture. Yeah, but one thing, all me there, I want to catch a language, but I can't catch a language, guys. Sometimes in the taxi, I don't want nobody know, say me a Jamaican, you know, so come out, call them out, involve me in a conversation. Because enough they ain't going to the taxi, them just want to talk, and them just start talk to you, because them think you're Trinidadian. I don't want to catch a language, but I can't catch a language. So sometimes I pretend, and the driver will say, hey, I know you're a Jamaican, you know. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share my video, remember to leave a comment. Thank you, guys. Big up on yourself. And as Trinidadian will say, watch the video and tell me what is seen. Okay? All right? Bless up, guys. Have a great one.